All right, we're under clear skies and hopefully temperatures start dropping into the 70s, currently still sitting in the 80s, and I usually show the heat index at night, but it still feels like the 90s. Our dew point is at 78. Typically, the dew point value does drop a little bit during the night. That should allow our temperatures to fall as well. And as I'd mentioned, we are under mostly clear skies. Had we had cloud cover around, our temperatures probably wouldn't fall off too much. Clouds would act as a blanket during the night, and that would trap the heat. So usually you don't see much cooling during the night, but with the clear skies, we should. We had a couple of little isolated showers dry now on radar, and that's about all we're going to see in the coming days. Maybe a stray shower or two. Rain chances do start picking up on Thursday, and later into the weekend, the upper pattern, which has been leading our temperatures to staying above average, will be starting to change. So we should start to see a return to normal temperatures and better rain chances. In the 80s outside right now, when you factor in dew points in the 70s, still feels like the 90s at almost all locations. Still feels like 101 out at Lakefront. So the heat will be our main issue. And a lot of folks criticize, well, it's always hot. It is July, yes, but with heat indices in that 110 to 115 range, it does strain your body even more and does become more dangerous to be outdoors, and always those sensitive folks. So make sure you check on folks keeping pets inside, checking on neighbors, as well as if you are out in the heat, taking breaks, drinking water, trying to avoid those worst parts of the afternoon. Tomorrow, we're going to be under an extreme heat warning, meaning the heat index could get up to 115. But it isn't just us. Much of the nation is also under the grips of this upper high. You can clearly see the spin here on water vapor. Underneath that, and in areas in its proximity, have been baking. We had triple-digit air temperatures, not just heat indices, across the northern Texas, the panhandle of Texas, Oklahoma, well into Kansas, Nebraska, and that will continue for the next couple of days. Even as the upper high is still very much in control going into Thursday and Friday, we are going to see some upper troughing on the East Coast that is going to help to push a very weak frontal boundary into the area. That should also help us out with some rainfall. But with the upper high in place, I still think mid-90s, but at least we have a better chance to see some cooling rain. The upper high, though, starts to get pushed even farther to the west by the weekend and early next week. So I think at that point, we're kind of done with the mid-90s for at least a time as this upper low builds in over us, and that will also help us out with some rainfall. So the upper pattern is going to hang around for much of this week, but not prolonged, where there is an end in sight and a return to more normal rain chances and more normal temperatures. A little complex of storms racing across the Ohio Valley. That's going to weaken, but may get some of the leftover cloud cover early tomorrow morning. And then otherwise during the afternoon, maybe only an isolated shower or two popping up. Same for Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine, isolated shower or two with afternoon heating. And then by Thursday, that's when we get that boundary to move in, and rain chances do look to be a little bit higher for the afternoon and evening. So while again, I think that upper high will probably still send us 95 or 96 degrees, at least there is going to be a better chance for some cooling rain. Good news, I'd rather deal with the heat than anything out in the tropics, and the tropics are expected to remain quiet, at least in the Atlantic basin, for the next 7 days. We've had two named storms. We're already up to the F and G storms in the Pacific. One, Fausto, is weakening and will stay north of Mexico, and Genevieve, a very powerful Category 4 hurricane, also looks like it's going to avoid the islands. It's off the west coast of Mexico and eventually dissipate over the open Pacific. So no threats to land from either of those storms. Pacific has been active. Atlantic has been quiet. Pretty typical in an El Nino season. 96, 97 to 96 degrees over the next several days, so still hot, but at least on Thursday, as I mentioned, a better chance for a few more cooling showers. Then as the upper high starts to weaken, our high temperatures start returning to more normal levels, lower 90s and better rain chances, especially into the start of next week.